Being the most powerful man on Earth definitely has its perks. And while in office, the presidents of the United States get to enjoy the high-class luxury of the White House. Where do they live when their terms are over, though? Today, we'll be looking at some of the most luxurious homes former presidents have decided to live in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's begin. Donald Trump, who was a very wealthy man, in fact, a billionaire even before becoming president, retreated to the beaches of Florida after his term. Though he and the former First Lady, Melania Trump, have a number of homes to choose from, the pair headed to their sprawling Sunshine State estate, Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago is an exclusive members club that was purchased by Donald Trump in 1985. The estate has a rich history as it is a National Historic Landmark in Palm Beach, built by Marjorie Post in 1927. The interior was redesigned to match the Trump style, with various improvements made to the estate. Trump added a 20,000 square foot ballroom, which was decorated with gold leaf that cost about $7 million. Gold-plated sinks were also installed all over, and the library was paneled with centuries-old British oak. The estate has 126 rooms, as well as a private beach, 5 tennis courts, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and croquet lawns. There are also 33 bathrooms, a 29-foot-long marble-top dining table, 12 fireplaces, and 3 bomb shelters. The mansion also contains the Mar-a-Lago Club, which is a members-only club that has a spa, guest rooms, and other amenities that are styled after a hotel. The Mar-a-Lago Club charges a $200,000 initiation fee with $14,000 annual dues. An overnight guest at this club can pay up to $2,000 per night. This mansion is the second largest mansion in the state of Florida and the 20th largest in all of the United States. As of today, Forbes has estimated the value of the estate to be about $160 million, having gone up in value since Trump purchased it. If you're wondering just what it's like to live like a billionaire ex-president, then this is the perfect example of it. Bill Clinton. After 2 terms in the most prized office in the world, Clinton retreated to his $1.7 million home at 15 Old House Lane, Chappaqua, New York. Chappaqua is one of the richest zip codes in the United States and has a median home price of $1.2 million. Saying this home is luxurious might be a bit of an understatement, as it's a 5,232 square foot structure that sits on 1.1 acres. The colonial home is surrounded by a large white fence with a small gatehouse to keep away nosy press reporters and sightseers. It is also heavily guarded, as is expected for a former president of his caliber, as at some point the roads were restricted to local traffic only and Secret Service. The home is 3 stories tall, consisting of 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a huge outdoor pool for blowing off steam after the stress of politics. After purchasing this home, the Clintons proceeded to renovate the interior to match their aesthetic. An expansive solarium was added to the original design of the home, and according to reports, it is Mrs. Clinton's favorite spot to entertain visitors. It features velvet tiger print chairs and an antique serape rug that fills the room with warm colors of red and caramel. As if this wasn't enough, the Clintons also spent an additional $1.16 million to purchase a 3,000 square foot house right next to them. This additional home has 3 bedrooms and 4 baths, with an open floor plan showing off the pecan wood floors, as well as a modern chef's kitchen with quality appliances. As for why, well, the possibilities are endless. It is speculated that either the home was bought out from their neighbors as to give them more privacy, turn into a second home for their children, or even to have extra space for more Secret Service members. Next up, we have former President Barack Obama. He and the former First Lady, Michelle Obama, made a decision to stay in Washington after his term as president so that their youngest daughter could complete her high school education. The couple purchased a $7 million 9-bedroom Tudor-style mansion in the exclusive Kalorama neighborhood that extends over 8,500 square feet and fills a 1/4 acre of land. The living room has a high ceiling with clean white wooden floors, an expensive leather sofa, and a large flat-screen TV. The home also has a beautiful rooftop terrace, which has a clear view of the neighborhood. It has also been furnished with sofas and an outdoor dining table for when the family wants to eat under the clear skies. Outside, there are clean-cut formal gardens and a courtyard. The parking spot also has enough space for up to 10 vehicles. From pictures that have been shared, you get a feel of the grandeur and charm the house offers. Also, their devotion to their daughter's comfort is quite evident, as Sasha is lucky enough to have her very own suite in the house. Something like a home inside a home, complete with a separate living area. The suite has 2 rooms, decked out with quality furniture and technology which Sasha picked out for herself. George W. Bush, who had a very eventful term in office, returned to his home in Midland, Texas after his presidency. He started living at his much-loved Prairie Chapel Ranch in Crawford, Texas shortly after. George Bush, who preferred to live the quiet life away from politics, retired to the property he acquired in 1999, which is nicknamed the Bush Ranch. The home has 4 bedrooms and 4,000 square feet of space with a white tin roof that allows the family to enjoy the porch even when it's raining heavily outside. It is a simplistic choice for the president who grew up in Texas, but it still has a dose of the class and elegance that most former presidents possess. An open 10-foot wide limestone porch also encircles the house, as well as passive solar panels that absorb sunlight during winter and warm the interior of the residence. The home also has geothermal heat pumps that circulate water from pipes buried deep in the ground. This water is then used to irrigate the landscaping around the ranch. The house is a single story with 8 rooms and a large kitchen and dining room for the frequent entertaining of guests and for family gatherings. The house is built to have easy access to the exterior in almost every room, with floor-to-ceiling windows bringing in the relaxing views of the grounds. In addition to the house, there is also a garage and guest house in separate buildings. The ranch includes a helicopter hangar, which was previously used as an auditorium when the president had to hold a press conference at the ranch. The modest ranch also has a swimming pool, which was built after the urging of his daughters. It provides a refreshing cool down during the hot Texas summers, and during winter, it is heated by the same geothermal system as the house. The ranch also has a 40-mile network of bike and horse riding trails for peaceful nature activities. Finally, we have Jimmy Carter, the oldest living former president in the history of the United States. He lives in a very modest home, managing a normal and frugal life in the ranch house he built himself in 1961. The home, which is situated in Georgia, is a 2-bedroom ranch which is valued at just $167,000, which is cheaper than the value of the armored Secret Service vehicles parked outside his house. The home has been described as outdated but homey and comfortable. On the grounds, there is a pond which was dug personally by Jimmy Carter for fly fishing. The house is set to be converted to a museum after the death of Jimmy Carter and his wife. Future tours would include a tour of the pool, the tennis courts, Jimmy Carter's wood shop, and also the back patio of the house. And that is all we have for you today on the homes of former US presidents. Let us know in the comments